1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed to hold a monthly meeting of Pakistan Citizen Portal for effective and prompt resolution of citizens' complaints. The South Punjab Secretariat will start its regular functions from 15th of the next month. National Command and Operations Centre has asked the provinces to ensure standard operating procedures at educational institutions after reopening. Special Assistant on National Security says regional peace and connectivity is imperative for economic diplomacy. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred to youth in Baramulla district today. United Nations has lauded the role of Pakistan in setting the stage for peace process in Afghanistan. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed to hold a monthly meeting of Pakistan Citizen Portal for effective and prompt resolution of citizens' complaints. In a statement, the Prime Minister's office said that all complaints should be re-examined in light of Prime Minister's directions. The Prime Minister's office asked the officers to demonstrate utmost responsibility regarding citizens' opinion received on the portal. It said that over 500,000 people have confirmed redressal of their complaints through Pakistan Citizen Portal. A circular to all the federal institutions, provincial chief secretaries, and inspector generals of police has been issued regarding the subject matter. Prime Minister Imran Khan says a separate annual development program for South Punjab will usher in a new era of development in the region. During a meeting about establishment of South Punjab Secretariat and its working in Islamabad today, he directed that devolution of powers should be gradually advanced so that administrative matters could be run in a better way. The Prime Minister said the practical steps taken by the government to give identity to South Punjab reflects the PTI government's affiliation with the people of South Punjab and understanding of their problems as well as their solutions. Speaking on this occasion, the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said, with the establishment of South Punjab Secretariat, PTI government has fulfilled its promise with the people of South Punjab. The Prime Minister was apprised that the South Punjab Secretariat would start its regular functions from 15th of the next month. Prime Minister Imran Khan did not accept resignation of his Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Asim Salim Bajwa, and directed him to continue his work. In a statement, the Prime Minister said that he is satisfied with the evidence and clarification presented by Asim Salim Bajwa. Minister for Education Shafkat Mahmood has said that the final decision regarding the opening of educational institutions in the country will be taken on Monday. Briefing the media persons in Islamabad today, he said proposals are being discussed to gradually resume the educational activities. Shafkat Mahmood said the educational institutions will be required to strictly adhere to the SOPs. Special Assistant on National Health Services Faisal Sultan expressed satisfaction over improvement in COVID-19 situation, saying the mortality and infection rate has reduced. National Command and Operations Centre has asked the provinces to ensure health guidelines and standard operating procedures at schools and other educational institutions after reopening. Presiding over a virtual meeting of NCOC in Islamabad, Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar said the provincial governments should increase their existing capacity of contact tracing and quarantining. Minister for National Food Security Fakhr Imam has said a mechanism is being put in place to better deal with locusts. Briefing media persons in Islamabad today, he said the country's armed forces have played an important role in controlling the attack of crop-munching pests. Fakhr Imam said China, Japan and Britain also provided support to us. The minister expressed satisfaction that the locusts did not inflict the damage to the extent that was being expected. Army troops have reached Khushab to assist civil administration in relief efforts due to flash floods. Over 10 villages of district Khushab have been affected due to heavy rains. Troops of Mangla Corps have carried out damage assessment and are busy in relief measures to help flood victims in Jabbi, Dhokri, Bhola, Khalekabad, Wahid and Hadali areas. Special Assistant on Overseas Pakistanis Syed Zulfikar Abbas Bukhari launched a passport office for overseas Pakistanis in Islamabad today. Later talking to the media persons, he expressed the government's determination to take further steps to facilitate the overseas Pakistanis. Machine-readable passport facility will help overseas Pakistanis to apply or renew their passports, OPF membership cards and foreign exchange remittance cards. This is Radio Pakistan. Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on National Security, Dr. Moeed Yusuf, has said regional peace and connectivity is imperative for economic diplomacy. He made these remarks during his special briefing to the United States Congress Mandate Expert Group on Afghanistan in Islamabad today. Dr. Moeed Yusuf briefed the group on Pakistan's efforts for regional security, peace and stability in Afghanistan. He presented Pakistan's perspective and highlighted the negative role of India in regional peace and security. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred two youth in Baramulla district today. The troops martyred youth during a cordon search operation in Patan area of the district. Indian troops during house raids arrested 3 youth in Patan. The troops also launched a cordon search operation in Bhabura area of Pulwama district. Meanwhile, in a statement in Srinagar, All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesman has welcomed recent remarks of Organization of Islamic Cooperation General Secretary Yusuf bin Ahmad al-Usaimin, wherein he reiterated OIC's unambiguous stance on Kashmiri's right to self-determination. The spokesman said, being a Muslim population, the people of Kashmir had high expectations from OIC and hoped that it would expedite its efforts to highlight Kashmiri's plight. United Nations has lauded the role of Pakistan in setting the stage for peace process in Afghanistan. Briefing Security Council, United Nations Secretary General's Special Representative for Afghanistan, Deborah Lyons, also welcomed the prospect of inter-Afghan talks, saying it is a historic moment. She also thanked member states including Pakistan, Qatar and United States, as well as so many others who have engaged in intensive diplomatic efforts to get us to this point. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, 15 Taliban have been killed during fighting with the security forces in Badghis province. According to official sources, 6 militants and 1 army soldier was also injured. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called upon a group of 20 countries to take concerted action to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking at an emergency meeting of G20 foreign ministers on COVID-19 crisis, Guterres said concerns are growing that some of the current movement restrictions could outlast the immediate crisis. United Nations chief also called for better coordination in preventive measures to avoid the spread of virus and allow for effective control of potential impacts of increased mobility. World Health Organization says it does not expect widespread vaccination against COVID-19 until the middle of next year. Talking to journalists at a briefing in Geneva, WHO spokeswoman Margaret Harris stressing the importance of rigorous checks on their effectiveness and safety, said we need to see how truly protective the vaccine is. And finally, the weather report. Rain thunder showers are expected in Islamabad, Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir during the next 12 hours. However, hot and dry weather is expected in Sindh and Balochistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.